I'm recreating my instruction on how to set up the development build of fast billing software. First, I have to clone the original repository and fork it on my GitHub account. I read through the documentation. Unfortunately, the development team is using Docker for this, so I need to set it up on my system environment, which currently I'm running on Ubuntu 22.04. The build requirements for fast billing is the Composer and NPM. So currently I have my default installation of Composer and NPM from the app package manager on Ubuntu. So my next step would be to clone the fork repository from my account. But first, let's check my configuration. So from the documentation, it is stated that after the successful build, fast billing will be ready and it should be able to run from the SRC directory. So I made sure that I set up my subdomain to be accessible on the virtual host. So I set it up as my fast billing directory and SRC as my web root. So I'm going to build the software on SRC directory, and when the build completes, the software is readily accessible on my subdomain, which is defined on the virtual host. So let's check that. So I have a PHP version 8.2.15 currently, as we can see. So it is defined on my directory. So I have the fast billing folder. And it doesn't have any content at the moment. I'm just making sure that the web root is accessible. So that's my php.php or PHP info to make sure that the software is running on my subdomain, or the Apache can access all the PHP script. So the next step is to clone the repo and run the command to build the fast billing software. Composer install, npm install, and npm run build. So currently I have Composer version 2.7.1 and npm version 8.5.1. So I'm using this to build the initial on my initial run, so that we will see all the errors that I have encountered. So let's go to the var folder fastdev and delete the fast billing directory. So that I can clone the fork repository. So the fast billing directory and the SRC directory is now gone. When we check the subdomain, the URL or the PHP script is not found, so it's 404. Now we can continue to clone the repo now. So let's go to my fork repo. So make sure that you have configured your GitHub account to properly issue the command and download all the files that you need from your fork repository. So let's go back to the terminal and issue the command git clone. So I'm now cloning my fork repository. After that, we will run the command composer install, npm install, and then npm run build. So let's check if the folder is present. It is. So let's go to fast building folder. Let's issue the command git status. So it is up to date with my origin. So we are now ready to go to the src directory. As we can see, src directory is under fast building folder. So we will issue the command composer install on this directory. So let's do that now. Composer install. So we have to answer yes, as it is referencing the configuration composer.json on our fast building folder. So just click yes, and if there's no problem, all the dependencies will be installed properly without issue. Next step would be to run the npm install. So this is the issue that I have encountered because I'm using a lower version of npm. I have the npm1 and ebad engine. So let's try to run the build if the command will complete. If not, then we will fix the error caused by the discrepancy in the version of npm I'm using and the version required for the npm engine. I'm not expanding the screen because my previous video is not capturing my command at the bottom of the screen. So I just make sure that the size can be captured properly so that my command can be seen on the screen. So the npm install is now completed, but now let's check if it will complete the build. So npm run build. So as we can see from the screen, we have an error on the webpack module. This is due to the version of the npm engine that I'm using, so we need to update the npm version. So let's check that. Let's check what is causing the error. So let's go back to fast building folder and open the package.json. So as we can see from here, it has all the dependencies and the required PHP version and the engine for NPM, which is greater than or equal to 9. So we need to update the NPM engine for it to work. So let's check the NPM version that I have. So currently I have the 8.5.1. So I have found a website that has a good instruction to update the NPM version, which is this one, monobm.com, and how to install NPM on Ubuntu. So you just need to follow the step-by-step instruction, and the NPM version will be updated. So since I have my old version of NPM, I just need to run the command curl and run the source bash rc. So let's do that. Since I have already installed this on my system, it will just be found on my system. So let's run that. As we can see here, the display says it's already present on my system. So I just need to run source bash rc. So now we can run the npm install for brevity. So it is already installed as well. So let's now check the npm version. I have on my system. So now it's 10.2.4. So let's go back to the fast billing folder on my bar www fast billing fastdev fast billing. So let's go back to src directory, as we can see, and let's issue the command composer install, npm install, and npm run build. So I have issued the command previously, but anyway, let's run it again. Composer install for brevity. Answer yes on that. We don't have error. Extensions are all installed. So let's issue the command npm install to fix the previous error. So we don't have any issues on the npm version now. But my command is wrong, so I have to run it again. I have typed LLL. So let's run that again. So it is downloading all the npm dependencies. So it updated the files correctly. So now we can run the npm run build and see if the development environment will be built correctly. So npm run build now. It's now building the software. We will know that the process is complete when we get the system prompt from the screen, on the screen. So this is now updating the build. After the build is complete, the project should be accessible and ready to be installed from this directory or from this URL. So let's just wait for the process to complete. On my initial testing, it took me about 30 minutes to complete the installation, from cloning the repo and issuing the command and configuring all the issues that I found. So it's now on 92% build. So let's just wait, hoping that this time every command that I issued on my screen can be seen properly. So it's still building. The error on the one is now being shown on the screen. As we can see, we have error or warning on the SCSS assets. So it returned to 11% for compiling the dependencies. Warning can be ignored because it doesn't affect the software. It just means that some of the command or script on the files are duplicated. So still 92% before we can test the URL. So it now complete. It is now completed, the build, or not yet. We are still waiting for the terminal prompt. But the build is successful. As we can see, the Webpack compiled successfully. That is where the issue was when I started the installation. So still building the Webpack mode in production. And after the complete configuration, we can run the installation. So just wait for it until it completes. So it's now complete, as we have seen the terminal prompt. So let's check the build directory. So we have the install folder present on the screen and on the directory. So we are now ready to test the script. It should be accessible on my subdomain. So as we can see here, FastBilling software was successfully built, except that we have an error on the permissions that we need to correct before we can continue with the installation. So let's check the file permissions. So the files are assigned on my user account. Let's go to the FastBilling directory and correct the file permissions. So it should be accessible by the Ubuntu web server, which is www.data, and I will assign it to my user account as a group, so that I will be able to access the installation using my username. So let's do that. Issue the command sudo chown -r or recursive wdata and my username as group to FastBilling folder. And check the permission if it applies correctly. So it has the correct permission. It's on 775 file permission. Let's go to FastBilling directory. Check the SRC. So SRC is assigned on www data and my username on as group. So let's run the install now. So let's check if the error will be gone. So as we can see, it's now gone and we are ready to proceed with the install. So let's just check these two options and enable the automated error reporting so that the development team will be notified in case of error so that we can help on the development. So click next. It checked the system requirement. I pass all the dependencies, PHP dependencies. Now my database instance is installed on another computer on my local host, accessible on the IP address, and my database name is the same as my database username. My database password, I just need to paste it on the window for the password and click on next. So I need to display my name or type my name and email address that I need to use for login, and the password I'm intending to use on the admin dashboard. So let's continue and click on next. So here comes the currency configuration. I will be using PHP or Philippine Peso, so I need to update the info on the screen. So I have to check for symbol, Philippine Peso symbol, and I just need to copy this and paste it on the window. So should be PHP. This is Philippine Peso, and the price symbol should be in peso. So just click on install, and if everything is correct, the installation will be finished. So it will take 30 seconds. So the installation completed. Next step would be to remove the installer from the fast billing directory on the webroot src install. So we just need to issue this command. Next step is to properly set the configuration for config.php on the webroot directory, and next step would be to set up the cron job. So we just need to copy the cron job and put it on our cron tab. So customer area, this is the area accessed by the customers, and the staff dashboard is the administration of the fast billing software. So let's go to my terminal and copy this remove instruction. You can just issue rmrf, then remove this directory from your root folder, but I'm going to use the script as shown on the screen. So I just need to copy it and type it on my terminal. So just paste it, then enter. So let's check the src directory. If the install directory is gone. So it's not. I forgot to put the sudo. So sudo rmrfd. Let's check that. It's still not deleting. What could be wrong? Let's double check the file permission. It is correct. So I am just going to issue RF install directory. So it's now gone. Double check. It's gone. So let's check it here. After this, we need to issue the 644 or chmod file permission 644 to the config PHP, so it will not be updated. But after that, before that, we will update the fast billing software first. So let's check the install directory. If it's still present, it's not accessible anymore. So next step is to log into the administration panel. We don't have a client account, so we cannot log into the customer section. So let's log in as admin and type in the email address that we need to log in and the password. So I will be updating the system so that it will be up to date with the current version 06.14. So let's go to the system. As we can see here, our cron is not defined. We have a warning, but it can easily be fixed by updating the cron script. So let's go to update. After this, we will update the file permission on the config.php. So let's just go down at the bottom, then update fast billing. After the update, the system will log us out. So we need to re-log in and apply the patches and update configuration. The video is running for about 27 minutes now. So the script is still running for update. We just need to wait for it to finish, then it will log us out. What we need to do is to re-log in using our username and password and check the system version. As we can see, we are now on 0.6.14 version, which is the current version of fast billing. So let me just minimize the screen so that you can see the version, as it is not seen on my OBS screen. So as we can see, we have fast billing version 0.6.14. Let's now click the apply patches and update configuration. So as we can see on the prompt, it would create config.all.php, and we can revert to that if we encounter any issues. So let's confirm this. So the script update is still running. Wait for it to complete. Then let's log out. The notification says patches is now applied. So let's check the terminal. Let's log out to the administration panel. Let's go to the terminal and check the configuration. So as we can see from here, we have config.old, which is the original config, and that config.php. We need to set this now to 644 file permission. So, but the file permission, as we can see, is correct. But anyway, we can issue the command sudo chmod 644 to config the PHP and config .old.php. So we have now the correct file permission, chmod 644 on config.old and config.php, as we can see. Now let's relog in to our instance of PasBilling, and this is now ready for development. We can contribute on the code, we can fix the issues that we can fix, and probably share the changes that we made on the repo and do some pull requests if needed. So let's relog in. So as we can see, our billing system is properly working. Though our cron is not yet configured, we can easily do that by pasting all the instruction of the cron job on the cron tab terminal. So let's check the PasBilling directory and issue the command git status. So as we can see, it created all these additional files on the src directory, which we can now commit to the fork repository. So that's it. That is how you set up the development environment for Ubuntu 22.04 and updating the system from 0.001 to the latest version, which is 0.6.14. So thank you for watching. I hope the instruction somehow is helpful for those that need to configure the development environment of PasBilling so that you can contribute on its software development. Thank you once again. Thank you for watching.